We want the
Srtv. Innovative content. Global audience.
A very good morning to you all. My name is Daddy Chris, and this is the weekly bulletin from Srtv London. As you know, Asaba and Abuja will be joining me shortly. We're having a little bit disruption in Lagos, but Asaba and Abuja, they are ready. They will join us very shortly. It's been a very eventful week, as you all agree with me. Yesterday, I delivered a bulletin lecture on what we all need to do to move Nigeria to the next level. I sincerely believe in it. I'm looking for the next hero. Where is the American hero? The way we always say it, where is the Nigerian hero? A time will come when we'll be proud of Nigeria again, and we're going to have Nigerian heroes. The way America do celebrate their heroes, that's what we're going to do. And that's what we do on this show. Today is a very big day. Some of the headlines reaching me already. I wish maybe it's right here. I need maybe right now, right here, to run us through some of the headlines. Today, we're going to take a look at some of the headlines we couldn't look at within the week. Maybe we can just, at least today, spend more time on the newspapers, because the newspaper is offering us a lot this morning. But before I want to go into that, I want us to look at one top headline which Mary shared with us. I wish she's here to actually talk us through. So today we're going to look at the papers, more papers. I don't want to bring in more difficult topic, so it won't dilute what I said yesterday. I think we need to, I get what I say, that when he eats since 9 they drink water. I want us to drink water, calm down on what we have been fed with within the week. Let's use water to, put the food where it's supposed to be. And hopefully digestion will take place and assimilation will take place also, so that we become fat. We don't become like thin like that decrease. So that's what we're going to do this morning. As you see, Asaba is ready. Let's see. Asaba is right here, right with me. Morning, Asaba. Asaba, when they change with it, matter of seconds. And these Asaba people, they struggle. I saw, when I call Asaba, I saw two different people. Now they switch. Asaba, I give them a hand. Anyway, they will join us shortly. And so, we're expecting Mary to join us as well. Like I was trying to say, there's something that's happening. And I really want to play that image, but I want to have my guest first. So before I will do that, let me retouch what I said yesterday. And that is really a topic that is important. And I'm happy, as we were talking yesterday, this young lady reminded me of something we talk about within the week as well, which is when I talk about collectivism. That individually we cannot make a difference, but collectively there is nothing we cannot do. When I talk about it, I went to the Bible and I mentioned the Tower of Babel and how powerful men were when they came together for once to actually fight the divine being. And I mean it. They were not fighting human now. They came together for once to fight the divine being. And that was a big lesson. And the reason I actually brought that topic was, as we see this whole world we live in today, people throwing bullets, killing one another. You know how much America has spent on weapons? How many people have died in Ukraine? Look at what Russia is doing. Look at what North Korea. If you touch me, we'll throw bomb. Look at what is happening in Israel and the Palestinians. Is that the world God created? This is the world man created. This is not the will of God. And whatever excuse, whoever is telling you to follow them, as they spend God's resources or our resources in destruction of mankind. I call that the destruction of mankind. America has taken part in it. The Europeans are doing it. Africans, you will do it when you have the chance, because you oppress each other. What my worry is, why is the world not concerned about how we can come together and defeat one thing, which is poverty? The world is suffering. Now, thank God, God has given us an assignment. The environment is a problem. Today, why are we not spending energy on that? Why do we spend energy on weapons? And I'm just going to say this. Imagine if the world will come together, maybe America and Russia, they cooperate, and China, they are in good terms, and North Korea and all these warring factions, if they will come together, you know what we'll do? we'll be able to fight poverty. We'll be able to fight diseases. And we'll be living longer as a people. I don't want to see the rubbish going on between Israel and Palestine. It is sheep. And the funny thing is that children of the same father. Anybody that tells you to support Israel, go on. Anyone that tells you to support Palestine, support them. Foolishness. They are children of the same father, killing one another. Woe unto them. That's what the Bible says. You shame. I don't even want to see it. And nobody brings that matter to me. I hate it with a passion. Because I will never support your killing one another. And that is what I talk about. That if you imagine what the human beings were able to do together, before we decided to change to this, we came together, we said we want to meet God. And we almost met with God. In fact, God had to respond. We met with God because when we were going up, God had no choice but to actually talk to us. But what are we doing now? We are busy killing one another. Like I said yesterday, when you remember marry one wife, marry 3, 4, 5, you go judge one, give another, so they will fight, they will leave you alone. We will talk that matter another day. That's not the issue today. But what I said is a very important topic. That's one of the things I talk about with the week. And I was crying here that we should not be spending our energy on weapons. We should use the energy to fight what is most important, the biggest challenge of man, which is death. If we come together, we will defeat death. I say we will no more die. The day the man, Russia and the rest of the world, and America will come together and say, let us sit down and solve our problem. From that day, we will no more die. There will be no more death in this world. Death will be an illusion. And that's what we're going to see. All right, well, as you know, today it's going to be a good one. Let me see where I get my people. Quickly. Let me add Mary. Mary, you were number one. Let me add Asaba. Look at it. You are all looking handsome and beautiful. Good morning to you guys.
Good morning, Daddy Chris. Good morning to everyone in Asaba.
Asaba, can you guys hear us?
Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Nice. Mary, I like this your hairstyle. When we first comment this girl now, Mary, you be like say you not complain though.
Hey.
Don't complain though.
You say in Nigeria we celebrate everything. Happy weekend.
Abi, you're having a beautiful weekend. Look at your face. Even I say sorry with the treat you well. And Asaba, una they switch with the second, I swear. I came, I saw 2 people, and now you people are solid. I give you a hand. Well done, Asaba. Yeah, I was just I was just trying to talk about some of the things we talk about within the week, and 2 important topics that came to my mind was when I talk about the collectivity where I didn't get away with it. When I come with the show, I don't get away with the topic, but I try to do what I have to do. The thing I really wanted to say when I say make we come together, make I take PG talker. That when we come together, nobody can defeat us. Anytime human beings come together, no, even God have to find a way to deal with us. But today, you see what's happening in the world? America, they produce weapons. Russia, now who gets the biggest weapon now? I control the world. And the result is people are dying every day, still in Palestine, between Israel and Palestine. They still killing one another. And those of us who say we are Christian, we support Israel. Those of us when they support the Muslim, where is our head? God, when He created all of us, you think He's happy? No. Just tell me first. The day you kill a Palestinian, that day God is happy with you. Or the day you kill an Israeli, God is happy with you. What a shame. You're not talking about my God. Maybe it's another God you guys are talking about. The God I know will not be happy now. It's just like Abraham, where he is. These are children of Abraham. Would Abraham be happy today? Before you throw your bullet, ask yourself that question. And that was a topic that was so close to my heart. And what I was talking about, how we can come together. I translated that topic to yesterday, where we actually now, when I tried to talk to the Nigerian youth, and I gave examples, a clear example of what leadership is. There's a difference between an agitation for power and true leadership. That's what I talked about yesterday. And I gave an example of true leaders. True leaders don't look for power. Power comes to them. The ones I know, Jesus Christ was a true leader. Nobody begged you today. No, if they tell you how many people have called on the name of Jesus How many people have respected Prophet Muhammad this morning? These people, they were true leaders. They never one day raised their hand. All they were telling you is how to forgive. Good over evil. And today, I woke up this morning, I call on the name of Jesus. And many people have called on Prophet Muhammad this morning. That is how powerful good can defeat evil. Those were leaders. And I brought it down. I talked about my hero, which is Marcus Garvey. And I asked you, look at the way he lived. Look at the example he set. He did not go and fight the government of the United States, but the United States government was scared of him. They said this man, if we leave him here, they have to find a way to infiltrate him, set him up, and he went to prison. He was deported. They know today, if America begin to, that they are CIA, that they are on need to know basis, if they open all the bad things they've done, in that of Marcus Garvey, black people will start to cry. But Marcus Garvey has achieved his aim. Yeah, it's the reason you have African having independence today. As at the time I'm talking about now, no African country had an independence. The days of Marcus Garvey, there was no country, there was no Nigeria, no Ghana, no rubbish. We were under the colonial yoke. They were ruling us. Britain, America, leave America there. Britain, Germany, they shared Africa into pieces and they were taking it. They call it the magnificent African cake. Then they share us. Until Marcus Garvey raised that alarm in the United States. It was what translated to the freedom we have today. The freedom is what people like the Tinubu are taking for granted. What these people fought for is what they're taking for granted. But today I'm not going to talk much. I only begged yesterday and I said, young people should take example from true leadership. True leadership. Learn from Jesus Christ. It's too big. Learn from Prophet Muhammad. It's too big. Then come to people that you can relate with. And I said this and I challenged Peter yesterday. I challenged people like Atiku yesterday. And I challenged this young man, sorry, that they should take a look at what true leadership is. I wasn't personal. I know they'll be angry, but I don't care. But today, it's weekly bulletin. Mary is shining and I'm shining and Asaba is shining. So let us talk about what we can deal, what we can handle. The easy one we can handle, all right? Mary, I saw you give us this beautiful story of, let's bring Asaba back quickly. But I saw sorry, I know I will let you talk. I talk too much. I'll try and be quiet today. But I saw this wonderful story coming from Bishop Jonathan. What did she do? Oppress a lot of people, Mary. Give us the breakdown. Because it's good for them to come out when they don't come up for office. This is interesting to me. You understand? The evil we do will live with us and after us. What happened there, Mary?
Okay, she kept 15 domestic staff locked up in prison since 2019 over missing jewelries, chairs, a lot of things that were mentioned though. And these people have been there they have not been proven guilty of it, but they've
No
been there.
court. No. They're not able to try cases for Nigeria.
Yes, so they have been crying out that they need help because they've been there since 2019. And according to some of their relatives, they complain that even when the patient Jonathan calls, when she calls on the phone and she hear them crying, she say they are not beating them enough, they should deal with them the more, and they are not saying anything about their release, or they are not saying anything about taking them to court to find out if they are guilty of the allegation or not. So they've been there.
How long have they been there, maybe, if you can have an idea of when this book got
You said
how long do you know the idea of time that they've been arrested and been in prison?
since 2019,
In
a
Jesus
year
prison?
2019 till now.
2019. I'll leave it
Yes.
to Asama. 2019, 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25. Asaba, una dey hear am? Una dey feel me?
Yes. Yes.
Can you imagine what we do to one another? Sometimes we say, if I now Adam and Eve cause the trouble when we did so. Now Adam and Eve cause this one. Now President Jonathan go say she no be good person. Say na Tinubu bad or na Buhari bad. Now Tinubu and Buhari be this one.
The problem is that the
No,
case
but
have not been
it's
said.
beyond the person of the one-time first lady, Patience Jonathan. I think it's about the judicial system.
I agree.
The kind of what is the justice delivery system. I read that the courts have had to adjourn over 14 times or more,
40 times.
So a court that keeps
40.
adjourning and
40.
yes, adjourning and
The case.
adjourning and adjourning,
Yes.
picking cases, picking dates, and so and is these people because ordinarily the law says that you are presumed innocent until you are proven guilty.
Yeah,
But
right.
these are awaiting trial inmates, and this is one of the things that leads to the congestion in our prison congestion. And you hear of jailbreaks and all that. They have not been proven guilty, yet they have been in incarceration for this long. If they had been proven guilty for stealing of jewelry, that will amount to how long would they have served? So beyond the person of Patience Jonathan, I think we need to take a critical look at our justice delivery system, and why is there so much delay, and why is our prison by the way, they no longer call them prison but correctional centers. To what extent are our correctional centers? Yes. To what extent are our correctional centers actually correcting people, or is it just essentially punitive? You get it. I saw one of these countries where I think it's even in West Africa, where there is a Greek revolution and is being propelled by prisoners, people who are in prison. But people who are inmates in Nigeria, to what extent are they prepared for life after their experience there? Or is that just the be end and
of their life?
Be all? So those are the issues that throw up beyond the person of Patience Goodluck Jonathan, because I can't imagine that she's the one that said keep them there, and she's the one that is telling the court don't try the case and adjourn it to so time just to have them punished. But of course, is such thing in a politically divided nation, you play it up because she represents a particular segment of the politics, and just to say this used to be the face of the first family. See how unfair that he is, and don't be surprised that it's a political bloc that is playing this up. However, the reality on ground is that they have overstayed, and I think now that these weekend papers have assumed it and promoted it to this level, the judiciary should wake up to its responsibility as the last hope of the common man. Yes.
Well, I think for one to truly appreciate the decay in the judicial system, you need to have been in court to witness the proceedings there. Because I happen to have covered some ongoing cases in court. Okay, a judge will adjourn a case and say by the next sitting, ensure that this amended affidavit is tendered in court. Then at that same adjourned date, the same issue will come up. The issue of amended Judge, I plead for adjournment because I could not meet up with the date, the time given to me. Please, I apply for another adjournment. So they keep adjourning. The judges who are there, what are they doing? Can't the judge call the lawyers and the counsels to order? So I don't know whether it's the problem lie with the judges or lie with the counsels. So we need to strengthen the judicial system so that these cases will be treated, and we have a quick dispensation of justice. Yeah. Persons are waiting trial, just like my colleague said. Some of them don't even want to come out because They are sure of their meals there. They are sure of their they remain there. Yes. It's even better they come back, because that is why when some of them come out, you find them committing further crimes only for them to go back again.
Yes.
You see, so we need to, things have to be strengthened so that, like he said, prepare these people, so that when they come out, they will be easily integrated into the society. They have something useful to do. They can take care of themselves. But when they come out, you discover that there is this discrimination. This now they just release them from prison. Nobody wants to have anything to do with him. So you find that the person is highly isolated. So the only option is to commit further crime so that you go back again. So the system really has to be fine-tuned, and streamlined so that things can work well for us.
So they're talking about reforms.
The reforms, yes.
Reforms of the judicial
I could not agree with you more. There's that when I watched this movie, Shawshank Redemption, these men who have been in prison for such a long time. When they came out, the kind of cast they saw then was different now. They could not cope. So they want to go back to the system.
Mm-hmm.
They want to go back to where they're coming from because the world is it's moving too fast for them. And that's what you do when you go to prison.
Yes.
As if that is not bad enough. Now, you didn't do anything wrong. You have not been found guilty. You are been in prison for close to 7 years. And this is an African problem. I want to be specific here. Because when I was going through law programs in the UK, there's a guy who said that's what had prompted me to set up a company called Legal Supporters. And this something I set up in Nigeria because I've not been there. These are the cases I'm looking to treat. You find out the guy made a comment in case of Uganda. He said, if for some reason Jesus Christ come down and people did no more commit crime in Uganda, that it take the court another 15 years to treat the case, the backlog of cases they have. I don't know. There's a big quote. I'm quoting that if Jesus come down today and for some reason Jesus come down and nobody commit crime again, that the backlog of cases in Uganda will take us
the backlog.
Yes. If they tell you
years to clear
crime. And now, because of that, we now wanted to use technology. There were some cases where, even civil cases, where you are here, maybe you are in London, or maybe you are even in Lagos, and the case is supposed to be held in Asaba. The cost of transportation, if it's a civil case, you are fighting for a fine, that money that will be paid back to you. If you weigh the cost of transporting there and back, it will not be worth it. So what you do is the court were then suggesting, which is the modern style we're trying to use, only one has been done in Nigeria, that they should use now today people can talk. Now we are talking to each other through the internet. All right, that the people can actually talk to the court from the comfort of their home. So you don't need to come to the court physically. That is, if you don't need to be incarcerated, if it's not that kind of offense that will put you in prison, be at home and let the court be treated at the comfort of your home. You find that this thing will expedite cases. Unfortunately, Nigeria have not been able to try 2-3 cases with the modern technology. And so, how are we going to treat the cases in Nigeria? The backlog, forget about what Goodluck said, what the wife of the president must have done here, that we have backlog of cases in Africa. And when you deprive somebody of his right or her right, that is the biggest punishment. The law will say it is better for 1,000 criminals to go free than for one innocent man to go to prison.
Yes.
This is how the justice system works. It's better because you're not sure. It is a crime. How would you feel if you didn't do anything and you were?
But what I want to know, for these 6 years that they've been there, what if at the end of the day it's happened that they are innocent? What will now happen?
Exactly what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying, Mary. It is the highest, in fact, inhumane to man to treat somebody that you are not sure is guilty. The system in the UK will say you are innocent. And so the preacher for Nigeria, but are these people innocent until they are proven guilty? If not for Patient Jonathan, were they supposed to be in prison? They didn't kill somebody, What we are talking about here, stolen goods. Is that correct? Stolen.
Yes.
They didn't kill somebody. It's
Yeah,
not a
missing
criminal offense.
jewelries.
It's a criminal offense. But stealing is not even as stealing in the UK. You get away with 5 months imprisonment, highest. If it's a forgery, then they can treat it differently. If it is just stealing, it's not something you're going to go to prison for long. But they've been in prison for 7 years. And where in our book is this said so? I don't understand. And I feel so sorry for these people. Now there's nothing we can do because we can't even give them those years back. We can't give them those years back. If they by peradventure say Jesus Christ come today as they talk, say, oh, we can't say, may they leave these people free. They are innocent. What about the years they've wasted? Do we even have the compensation system for them? The answer is no. May God help us as we rob one another, kill one another, even betray one another. But this one now, patience. If now you do this one, you try it. Because like I said, we're going to take a look at some of the papers. Really, it's disturbing. It's really disturbing. These are not the things. What the one guy said, he said those are the kind of things you see on television. You think it's real, you see it on Nollywood movies, but it's not Nollywood. This is real life Nigeria.
Honestly, to have power in this country is another thing. People overuse the power. That's just the truth. I think the reason they are there is because of her. Because according to Punch News, anytime they go to court, they'll say the prosecutor is not around, and they
Yeah.
keep delaying the whole stuff. The same Punch News still carry that it was not only jewelries, that even air conditioners were stolen, flat screen televisions, Samsung flat screen televisions, a lot more
So,
that that they listed there. Understand?
very
So
minor things. Who see television and go to prison for 7 years? Maybe let's go to the papers today. Today we go, like I said, we're going to spend more time on dealing with the papers. And if my communicator have anything to throw on what we talk about within the week, we can go to that. But I really want us to look at the papers today and perhaps try and look at how we can address some of the issues, especially this very pressing one, locking one another up. And it goes to how inhumane we are as people. So, in fact, how we go to church, right? We go to mosque. Do we preach humanity there? What message do they preach? I'm confused. A country that we claim to be so much of a Christians or so much of Muslims that we believe in God, and nothing we do pleases God. I'm sorry, I don't pass judgment. But the question I ask is this what God wants for us? God looking at us. You said you go to mosque, I see two people praying. Money. Una dey thief money the same day. Una go carry am go church. Make dem pray for una. I don't understand. How can somebody that just ran election, when I saw Okowa and Oboduwode, they were dancing after the primaries. I see them for church. They go to the chapel and they were dancing. And I say, una don ring election finish. Una go meet God. That's our country. I don't go talk. Make I just quiet. Very let's look at the papers. So that I don't go throw bomb. So allegedly, because they didn't ring the election because the court did not say they ran the election. So who am I to say? I mean, that means very hard they talk at this day. Allegedly, yeah.
allegedly, yes.
Let's take a look at the papers. So we
To
don't
avoid problem.
let's look at
Okay,
the papers.
we start with the Punch.
Yes, man. Stolen
The story
jewelries.
on the Punch.
I don't know why they not write that thing in red. When did they do Punch? Punch know how to write this kind of things in red. Why is it in green? You see, sometimes Punch they make mockery of us. Oh. This is a serious matter. I know people in pictures know what I'm talking about. This serious matter like this should be in red. Yeah? Not green. What do you mean green? It should be stolen jewelries in red. Because they were in prison for 7 years. I bet my daughter read them. People know.
Patient Jonathan's ex-aide rot in jail as court adjourns case 40 times.
Apparently they were workers.
Yeah, they are domestic staff. Even though they say they were not working in that particular apartment that robbery took place at that time. But she had to pack all of them, all the domestic staff, whether you are there or not. And they took all of them to prison. Not even cell, prison, direct. So, and the writer says, we have been suffering in prison for 6 years. Domestic workers cry out. And that story is on page 4 of the Punch newspaper.
I beg, wait there, I beg. Look, we need to stay here small. Whether we go observe 1 minute of silence for these people, or whether we get message to tell, I beg, go ahead and send message to Princess Jonathan. This is not joke. Let's forget the court system now, because if Princess is aware of this, that people that once work for you in your humane system, Madam Patient, that they are still rotting in prison. No, we need to send message to that woman today. No.
Allegedly, another report said that anytime they are beating them, they will call her on the phone. She'll be hearing their crying. She say no, they are not beating them very well. They should bring them to a hotel room. Allegedly. That's what it's still Punch news that carried it.
Punch said, wait, now very talk out because I beg people will tell me.
She will say they should bring them to a hotel room. They are not beating them well. So the thing is, I'm just saying one thing. If at the end of the day they happen to be innocent, I just hope that anyway, this is Nigeria though. Let me not say anything. And,
I know
I want to.
Yeah, go on, sir.
No, I want to think Mary is talking about the interrogation process. One of the ways they try to extract information from suspects. For now they are suspects, and perhaps Madam Jonathan still believes that if they are adequately interrogated, they should be able to say the truth.
Use the right word. If they are adequately tortured. Communicator, use the right word. If they are adequately tortured.
Yes.
Not interrogation.
So interrogation.
There's a difference between interrogation
and torture.
Yes.
And
so let's use the right word.
But
when people are picking up to get information, you'll be tortured. There's no interrogation. It's primitive. Let's use the right word for it. In fact, if we don't, I love what Obama said. He said the United States will not and do not torture. Do we? It's another issue you raise. Torture. Hey, okay. You go talk through by force if Nigerian police hold you.
And in that circumstance, the suspect will be compelled to volunteer information under duress.
Yes.
You see?
And if you don't have a good judge, that case you go in for it. They said the man pleaded guilty. These are his confessions.
Exactly. So
I remember
from all available indication, the Madam Jonathan has already concluded that they are guilty.
Yes.
So they are guilty, and so the trial process is just but ceremonial. That these ones are guilty. So that they have been interrogated, and they say they do not have an idea of what happened to the jewelries and the things in the villa or in their private apartment. Then she is now insisting, according to report, that they have not been properly interrogated.
Yes.
They should be properly
tortured.
Until they own up and say we were actually the ones, whether they were the ones or not, just to be alive. Just to be alive.
The right word. I like when we use to put the right word.
Offense is not criminal. Is it criminal? It's not criminal. It's not criminal. It's supposed to be a bailable. It's supposed to be a bailable offense.
Thank you.
It is.
It's not even an offense that you put somebody in prison for overnight. Not one night. After 24 hours.
It's a bailable offense. Why?
No.
So if it is a bailable offense, the question is why are they still there for that number of years?
It's bailable if we are all equal before the law. But don't forget that we are in a society where we are not equal before the law.
And let's remember that it was a powerful woman that kept them there. The person that kept them there is a powerful woman.
Yeah.
So there's no way they will leave.
Is a
They have to
powerful
stay.
woman. So
You know,
we are in a society that recognizes the powerful people, the big people, as against all of us being equal before the law. So that's the
in fact, some of the things we say here, it's like joke. But I have been, in fact, it was a relative of mine who was arrested for robbery. You know what they do to torture him? Mary, close your ear. They shook needle for the man penis. If now you no go talk, wetin you no see, you no go talk. Needle.
Will the person survive? That is the question.
Okay. Human being survive a lot.
That's the torture we are talking about.
So now, if the person knows that he's going to die, what's the essence of talking? Because I feel like that kind of way you
Needle
survive.
no go kill you. He go only pepper you. You go talk. You see what we say. That's what America were even saying, that when they call torture Guantanamo Bay. I said when they come up Nigeria, Warri prison that time. They carry go carry prison. You go talk. In fact, you as they come from the prison, they enter, they confess. And these are the kind of things. The reason why this is important is we're supposed to be living in a democratic society where the rule of law is supposed to prevail. Rule of law does not respect President Jonathan. It doesn't care who you are. We are all equal, like my colleague just said now, before the law.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Fortunately, we are not. And people like President Jonathan will one day come to us and say, you see, because I love we're going to share the video of a very dark man. One day, it will be your turn. Ha! For this world, who pass you, go oppress you. You cannot. There's a way God works. We may not see it, but one day, who pass President Jonathan will oppress him. And you will not know where it's coming from.
That's it.
Sometimes when certain things happen to me, I go to say, God, what did I do that time when you come to throw this one at me now? That's how I think. I always think it's the result of what I have done. Unfortunately. If I go say I've never done anything, I lie. You don't remember what you do. What if patience now, if good luck with the wife come they see war, oppression from somewhere, we will not know where it's coming from. And sometimes the oppression may not come from man, it may come from an affliction from God. You might have a disease you did not plan for. And I'm saying this so that people will be careful. You may get a disease you did not plan for. I'll tell this on a lighter note. You get one day, one of us will go do HIV test. We just call UK. Because that when we don't enter Belgium. When you come that time, they go do test for you. All of us call the fear. We don't go do test for some time. We go do test. When I come back, when I see my whole day good, I got there and say, all of that, all the bad thing what I do, you know. No, be that. Now, HIV, could I go take catch you that we call the laugh. But it was a serious thing. People must have done the same thing you've done. They will go free. You when you do once, you will enter. It's not there. It's what you did before. Now me talk I not read that from any book. Now what I think. So that's what I say about my judgment. Anyway, let's go on, Mary, because sometimes people will have different. They will get the punishment for what they do. You cannot cheat this world. You might be able to cheat us. We will not. You see, all the money when all these people they steal. So if you see the punishment they get that you don't know, you will be confused. You for thank God say, God, I don't want that trouble. My people, live a simple life. Patience, putting these people in prison, you not get excuse, madam. In fact, it is your own good so that you will sleep well from today to make sure those people are free and they are well compensated. We go, Mary. Let's read more of the paper this morning. Kids are joined 40 times. God, man.
Okay, still on the punch, we have a hotel's horror. Shocking tales of staff colluding to murder guests on page 36 and 37 of the Punch newspaper. Still on
What
the punch.
Asaba? All this story I heard one or two. And before you know now, before you enter any hotel room, be careful. Before you check into hotel room, be careful. What kind of story they don't go here for Nigeria? What do they killing people to do? That they take their pass? What are they doing? I don't understand. There's no story we will not hear, and it will come into the national daily like this. It's not something that is scary, and we shouldn't be even be talking.
There's nothing Nigeria national daily does not carry.
You know, I don't want to talk about this matter too long. Tourists will not come to Nigeria, so let's not even
always negative news. Just take a look at our dailies every time.
This is too personal. People, somebody that want to come to holiday now will be scared. So please, when you people report this kind of issues, report it well. It's good to sensitize the public, but this is a big blow on our tourist sector. You may not understand the damages. If I am coming to Nigeria as a foreigner and I see this kind of story, what will I be thinking? Knowing I don't have a house, I don't have a family, I'm going to go in the hotel. What have we done to our
Well, I think in some sense, the newspaper house didn't create this or conjure this event or this story.
Yeah.
The story is an actuality. It's something that happened. And before we think of the negative consequences of having it reported, let us also think of the social services of alerting people so that they can take precaution that this is also what is happening. Because yes, for the foreigners and people, it creates a negative image. But the truth the question we must address our mind to is ritual killing a reality in Nigeria? It is still a reality.
For me, it's a lie. For me,
people check into the hotel,
yes.
and unless you trace their footage, you find out that they do not leave that hotel alive. You know, and now the paper, a weekend paper, has been able to come out with the workings, the mystery behind this, that some hotel staff collude with the killers to alert that. So it's now left for us to see how we can reform the tourism sector. Are these hotels properly registered and documented? If a hotel has been found to have done this once or twice, how can such a hotel be delisted so that people who are coming in should know that they are checking into hotels that are, because hotels should be safe, they should be secure. You know, so I want to differ from trying to say that the journalist there has done a horrible job by reporting. It wasn't conjured. You know, the purpose that story serves is to alert the public and for us to also awaken our consciousness. Why will somebody in the tourism sector that should be out to ensure the safety of people, guests, especially in that sector, why will such a person now think that the quick making of the quick money as a syndrome, that betraying a guest is what will make them to be rich? And so that is the trend that we should be worried about and see how we can check it. And hotels should be properly registered and documented. And we should also be able to monitor who goes in and who goes out, and also working together with the security so that we can, once we are able to sanitize that sector, of course, it's a digital world, then those coming in will know that predictably our hotels are safe, our society is also safe. Then we should be able to promote that sector.
I thank you very much.
I think the newspaper needs to be commended for highlighting this. Although it's a negative story, but I think the paper should be commended for bringing it to light. It sends signals, to the society. This thing is in reality. It happens. It's happening, and people should. This is the trend, and people should be well guided, so to avoid falling victim of ritual killing. So rather than
Yes,
knock the newspaper, I think the paper should be commended. That's
I
my own
agree.
contribution.
Yeah, I agree. But let me say this. You know why I worry them? Sometimes this is my Nigeria. When they make me fear. Let me explain this. Somebody say, you don't know say that they take person do money. Okay. So now when we small, they say the man get us you go. You get one man for us, they pop money, poof, poof. You know, some of the things are so it's just like if you tell me today, sorry, maybe I stay too long in London. If you tell me say you shoot person with God, say God on the enter. You know, many people believe in Nigeria, say many people that they shoot them. Some people they vanish. You understand? And sometimes that is if I tell you how much they believe it, and I say to you, man, you believe say somebody they shoot am with God. I bet bring the person. All the people bring and make we put bullet, blast am. And that we believe so many things that are scary to me. That's why I said Mary is going to read the details of this story before we leave here. We want to know the story. If it is real, because I've seen, like I said, I've read it 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's disturbing. And I'm really worried that some of these things are maybe illusion. That's from you. If it is real, then we must commend the papers.
No, they are real. They are real, Daddy Chris.
We must commend the papers for doing their job. You understand? That's what we do. And I will have to commend them. But Mary, the question is where will people think that the fastest way to make money is to actually get a jet ski? Are they selling the body parts? Are they using them for rituals? Let's understand. But the ritual part is what I don't understand. What do you
And
want?
you say you don't believe in the ritual part now. You say you don't believe in that one. So,
No, it's rubbish. If they say they sell the pass for maybe to hospitals, maybe yes, rituals. No, last time I was with somebody say for really the boy just carry him mama won't come take her do money. I say I hear yeah, but my people when I believe some things, when I don't believe some. I don't go talk past like that. The one say
so
no,
that
don't
must we believe
money.
must we believe in what we believe? If you say
No,
ritual is not real,
no, I said
must
my own belief is different. I'm not saying it's everything real. Some of them I don't I don't believe. So when they say God no dey enter person, I wan hear from Asaba whether God dey enter people for Nigeria. Mary, say I put money down, God bring am make dem took AK-45, blast am, he go die. Make Asaba tell me. Asaba, when I believe say God dey kill person, no, I'm going on the light mode now. Eh? Say the person we don't touch am because he talk to. When we small, they say somebody that man dey disappear. Oh. So you don't know. I say the man dey disappear. If your body don't touch the wall, it will not disappear. That's what we believe as children. Is it real? I'm not gonna. I'm just wondering what we believe. Oh, I'm not making a mockery of this difficult issue. But sometimes our belief system is scary. You know, when I say maybe we ask the Yahoo boys, maybe if they sit down and tell us the truth, we will find out that the head, whether they cut, come out. Some of them may be stupid. I've seen it. I've seen somebody cut somebody's head off. And I'm saying, you want to make this person do money? You know, the interpretation you may see may not be real. Sometimes it may be very, very, very. If you tell me, say, if you bring somebody now, you will become billionaire, I will be confused. In fact, if you say it in the UK, we will section you. You know what is section? You go to the mental hospital. If I tell people here and I say, I just bring one person, I do one thing, the think they bring money, I swear I will be sectioned. I will seen as a madman. It doesn't. Quote me. If I get up and I tell the authority here, say I can turn. If I cut this person's neck, money will come. I will go straight to the mental home, straight.
Yeah, that's the society where you are staying. Down
Yes.
here, we have very bizarre situations where families drop the bodies of dead relatives in the morgue, and when they come to pick them up, they see that some parts have bone have disappeared, and the question is, what are they doing with the parts? And it remains a mystery because you yourself, you have limited information. You have not tried it. then a number of people have not tried it. It remains a guesswork, and so remains a potent trap for some others to go and try. I know a very gifted artist who happened to be, he has a hunchback, and sometimes they invite him in some places and they will tell me he will not respond, go and do a design for them. And I ask him why. He will just say, they say this thing I'm carrying, they say this thing I'm carrying at my back is pure gold. And for all you care, by the time they realize that there is no gold there, they would have killed him, So the celestial he goes to, but that is the belief system.
Now you speaking my language.
We could walk out of this studio now, and we are very careful to shake some people because they say, "Oh, there's somebody you will just shake. Your what makes you a man could stop functioning."
Or disappear.
And the question is, where is it disappearing to? So and we have seen scenes where they need to hold some people and say he has taken some belongings to some person, and they are beating them and say, "Restore it." And let them have a place here to check whether the thing is still in the state, whether it's still working. That is the society we are in. Don't forget that this happened to be the same society too that some years ago felt that twins were, it meant evil omen. And so they were killing them. So it took westernization and civilization to have rid us of that. Yes. So where we are now, we also need some level of conscientization, some level of education for our people to realize that some of these things don't add up. They just don't add up.
Thank you.
And what really baffles me is that the person who is asking you to bring this or that, for ritual purposes so that you can be, or you'll be rich or can be rich, the person himself is wretched and poor.
Exactly.
So what magic is he going to perform for you to become a billionaire? Meanwhile, himself cannot even buy a pair of shoes. So
God bless you.
He could have done it for himself first.
For himself and for members of his family, the children and yes. So why do people still believe in these people? Why do they still believe that somebody can change your fortune when the person has not changed his?
It's hard to
You see why we go to church? You see why we stay in the church?
Day-old babies are bought by some, in some cases, big-time businessmen and politicians. Buy day-old babies. They pay ahead and buy them to pound them with some native soap, and bath, believing that it now becomes bulletproof. And when gone, and in some cases, during the test run, you see that the bullet penetrates and the person dies. And when the person realizes that he has been fooled, it's already the other way. That's where we are.
Exactly. If you're an albino and you are in Uganda, your own is finished. They would. Oh God. These are dangerous beliefs. That's how I want to call them. They are dangerous, really primitive, and we need to address it. And I don't. If I say anything, they say I don't believe anything. I just keep quiet. But that's why I was a little bit worried when this kind of truth. When you are being bombarded with so many lies or so many cheap lies, some of them look too miraculous. You understand? When they say they carry the people to do rituals, if they say they were selling the body parts, I will understand. You understand? Because people need body parts to do something. But the body parts, maybe for health reasons, people who are sick, they're looking for organs to replace their own. I can understand that, but they just kill them to do rituals. When I change the rituals to body parts, then I can relate to that. If you do that in Poland here, in fact, Poland was doing so many horrible things that if you call somebody and the ambulance come, your person is gone. They will take the body parts. They were killing people and using their body parts for what they want. So it's not only us, but that is understandable. Not with rituals. They use the body organ, go replace somebody when they need them. Do you understand? I can relate to that. But But if you tell me say they just take one person, or like bros talk now, say oh they don't take your team, you know they work again, no? Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. Let's
I don't
go,
want to
baby.
say, I don't want to say
We,
anything.
huh?
The punch, right?
Let's stick to it, daughter.
Lagos man disappears after police arrest on page 5.
Wait, oh,
Hospital
now don't start again. Baby, what do you mean disappear?
Hospital rejected my pregnant wife. Mortuary refused helicopters. This is coming
Baby,
from a
don't
group.
finish the Lagos go when he disappear. I want to read the story for us before we go. Even if we go and look for the story and read it for us. Lagos, but he disappeared from where this presidential people never disappear. It disappeared from there.
It might not be that kind of disappear. I'll get the full story. My husband begged for help, but no one cared until he's dead. Wife of late Nigerian boxer. And that story is on page 44.
I never like the race called boxing. And sometimes we black people we embrace all kinds of sports. I don't like boxing. Maybe because I don't get power. Because boxing was something the white people were using to humiliate us. You know, in those days, they put them two slaves for remaining the fight. The white man will be drinking wine. The origin of all this or some of this sport, we should look at it. When they do wrestling, you know they do boxing, they push people, kill people now. Primitive fight. You put people to fight to kill themselves on the go. And you are clapping, hey, hey. You don't get what people don't get. When we say go think, say this one is stupid. When we go enjoy two people, they fight each other. Put them for ring. Where's the joy in it? If I don't talk, they will say I don't take this word. Nah, quiet. After all, who am I? Am I going to change boxing? It's in a profession. Tyson, hey, when I go on, I saw Tyson blow now. I beg. At the end, all of them get mental problem because that blow when they hit for head, even if you're not sick now, that punch of blow you punch on your when they receive boom boom, you win boom boom. What joy do we as human beings get from that? I'm always on the other side of the fence, so I don't know why. Maybe I must try to tune my system to be in the world. Sometimes I'm not. Maybe it will be that beautiful girl when they're up there. But that one I want to see. I like
Genevieve Naji.
huh?
Genevieve Naji, Nollywood actress.
Nigerian baby that.
Yes.
You know the latest when all these Nollywood women, they're not the old though.
And
Most of them
that's
they are looking younger. Have you seen
no,
the attention?
somebody commented that she's getting old. So she now replied the person that she's not praying that for that person as well. Since they are trying to shame her. I don't know why in Nigeria it looks like when someone is getting old, we want to start making it as an insult to the person or talking down on the person.
You are old, you are old. You are
It's a
not a
blessing
young
to
girl.
grow
If you're a
old.
young
So she's
girl,
telling the person that old age is a blessing. So she's not even praying for that person to see.
no, but
That
that's
was
a
the
different
reply.
prayer. But why should she be ashamed of being old? And she won't turn her age to 20 something. No, when you are not woman, you become a role model to others. There are things, there are ages you go through in life, and you should celebrate your age. Don't be angry when somebody says this is your age. I know women they do that thing a lot. You'll be 50 years old, you say be 20 something. Anyway, we go for sport, why not? But she's looking very young though, very very flashy. And they're not the old lady. How na they do am? Who will teach us? Now you be the only woman there.
So it's a kind of body, the kind of physique she has. It's not there are people that are like that, always looking
Maybe
young.
the truth is let the Genevieve stop it because that's why you see people cutting their boobs, raising
No,
this.
I think she
Because
has
they
been
cannot
like that. She did not add
anything.
anything. At least when people were doing their BBL, everything, adding backside and front side, she did not add anything. She has been like that.
What I'm just saying is that everybody cannot be like her. So everybody at 50 something will not be like her. You understand? Let us know what an ideal 50 something years old so that people can live with their body. Today, young kids are under pressure. They want to look good. And who are they looking at to? People like Genevieve. They should know that they are role model to society. They are There's nothing I can do. My daughter will look onto Genevieve. That any grammar I speak, now Genevieve go to look. Now mother I go to look. Now everybody go be like una. The truth is say, now the one we see, if they remove everything, not be so. In Jesus' name, we will talk. Them, we will not talk. Go there. Let's go. So if
The man that was arrested that got missing in Lagos, even his family, they don't know his whereabouts. They are even pleading that people should help them. To help them locate their son. The one you said I should check the story for you. That is a Lagos man disappears after police arrest.
I mean, police don't take do money.
It's not like that. They said that he was arrested by the police on November 1st, 2024 at the Mile 12 area of Lagos State. And now, according to the family, after their son was taken to Ketu police station, since then, he has not returned. They have not seen him. So they are pleading to the people to help locate their son because they don't even know his whereabouts. You understand? After he was arrested.
Anyway, let's go on a break, baby. Let's go on a break. We're going to leave punch there. We're going to, let's say we empathize. We're sorry for the loss of your husband, the bosser. Something. It's a sport we should not even encourage in my book. But who am I to say? And Genevieve, you are beautiful, yes, but please, let's be realistic. Women of your age, I'm so proud of you guys. When I see Ketencho, I say, Ketencho senior my mama that time. You understand? She's looking, no, let this. I know how my mother was looking before she died. And look at how she looked. I'm saying that a woman of that age, is going to be a girl at 58. You are a girl. You are not. Some of them are 60, they are girls. I hear. I saw Jennifer Lopez. What he do now? Come. In fact, people they abuse her to hell. There are some stage you get to, you become a mama for the family. You are no more a girl. If you don't, you owe society that responsibility. You owe society certain responsibility because you are no more yourself. There's a stage you grow to, you become an idol. I say it again. Watch any American movie. Steven Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger will not cause America in the movie and that movie will be released. And quote me, America is the freest country in the world, but they will not cause America and that movie will not. You know why? They can do it softly. But if they made it America, fuck up, they will not release that movie. Because they become an idol. Genevieve, you must take that responsibility. You are an idol now in Nigeria. Anything you do affects everything. You are no more yourself. You are a property of the nation. Deal with it. So when we complain about certain things you do, it's because of who you are. If you don't want to do so, then if you not rise up.
And what did she do? Now somebody posted a picture on her page and somebody came and said, you see, you cannot cheat nature. You are growing old though. And she now said, okay, growing old is a blessing. I did not wish that for you. You understand? So what did she
That's
do?
all. Maybe this picture what they put here.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Maybe the question I asked is this picture I saw here. Huh? No, she should just say yes. At this age, I am so years old. I should be this. I'm a mother. Talk to my daughter. The daughter is
the person that went to be commenting on her picture as if it's the person's business to say she's getting old. Did she tell anybody that?
Because she's a national figure. Maybe she's a national figure.
And how is she getting old? How is she getting old? Or just the normal toxic nature?
How old is she? Mary, how old is she?
Genevieve. I think she's around 49 or so.
So 49 years old woman not be small pikin. And I can tell you at the top, Ketencho is almost 60 years old. That woman nearly senior me.
What about RMD? If you're talking about the female.
RMD na man now.
I
mean, what big issue of man and woman again?
RMD
tells you na small pikin.
Still not looking young.
Yeah, no, it's not about the look. RMD is not looking young. He not go disgrace himself. Make him not cut his beard 1 minute. You go see him. Maybe if I don't clean my beard before I come here, you foresee who I be like, really. If you look here now, you go see my grade, they come out. Come on, man. If they say they be young people, tell them they may not cut his hair. Make you see him. May not clean the beard, make you see him. You know, okay. I'm not saying you cannot look good, but don't put pressure on young people.
She's about 46 years old, and she's looking like this. Is it not still good? So why is somebody coming to say
it's a good thing. What I'm saying is, by the time you people can take good care of yourself, Do not use the pressure because young people are looking up to you. Look at that age. Oh. Look at, have you not seen people they cut book these days? They want to look like you. Now me they want to look like. Now Genevieve and RNMD they want to look like. But we'll do another story, Mary. I beg you another.
So
Let's go
are
to pray.
you saying people should leave themselves to get old?
I did say so, Mary.
Mary, please, can you look at this story? Canon 16. It says relatives, fellow hunters of lynched travelers threaten revenge. And
I read it.
yes, this is an event. What happened in Uromi?
Yes.
And the backlash is having across the nation. And somebody is trying to find a definition of who is a hunter and when are hunters traveling, and how do you differentiate between hunters that are traveling and kidnappers, especially in a setting where they have threatened the farming community and all that. All the movement that the Edo State governor has tried to do by going to Kano so that he can nip this thing in the bud before there is also a declaration of a state of emergency, even when we know that he's from APC, so that may not exactly be so. But now the fear of a reprisal attack and the whole of Edo State, and we are in a country where you have, if Fred and I carry gun or carry knife as we are passing here now, we will be arrested. Why are we doing that? But it's part of the costume of certain parts of certain people from another part of the country. You know, so we are supposed to be governed by the same set of laws. Now, what law permits? What is the law that permits? What is the law that permits a set of hunters to carry arms and infiltrate, in fact, take over, invade your forest and your backyard
without your consent?
And if there is anything done to checkmate them, it now becomes a case of reprisal attack. And who is a hunter? How do you differentiate a traveling hunter from a kidnapper in a current contemporary Nigerian setting? And the implication of all this on the security. It appears an issue that perhaps requires some shedding of light going forward.
Yes. Communicator, I hear your submission, and I can feel the passion in it. But let me say this: these hunters, these Fulani men, these so-called northerners, they hardly come to a community without the consent of our traditional rulers. And quote me. They always have the consent of our traditional rulers. So they're telling us now, the traditional, like the ones in my place, they will not tell me they are the one killing cow. You say they are not aware. Let us, the danger in all this is if we don't take time, we'll start to kill one another out of this. The police, yes, they are caught with a dangerous weapon. What is the ideal thing to do? Even if you get a kidnapper, it's not your duty to listen.
Yeah, that's jungle justice. That's jungle justice.
Exactly. So it is a very, because if we continue, then they begin to lynch us there too, and we will not know who is who. They will build their own judgment. This man must have written a very beautiful piece to judge who is a kidnapper, who is not, who is a hunter, who is not, because it's a weapon. The same thing, other people will use their own this to assess, and they kill us. Let us be careful, so that I can see the pain. I feel so much with the Uromi people, and I was going to look more into that story when it comes to even Vanguard. Vanguard have thrown more light on it. It's disturbing, but let's be very, very clinical when we deal with this issue. It's scary, because if we say this, then other side of the country. Let me say this: do you know that even in the east, the Hausa men are still there? And I said to them, are you sure when you hear say I poor people dey the forest, you still go there? Are you sure is Hausa men there? Are they not scared? Do you understand? Maybe you said something the other time that sometimes you see the people they say are killing people there, they are not really the Northerners. Let me put this thing, and I'm not defending anybody, but I want to say this: the kidnapping that has taken place in my village in Ogara, they kidnapped the wives of the eminent people. Only the well-to-do people, that's what their wives is where we were kidnapping. So how did the Hausa man that came yesterday know your wife? He did not go and kidnap the poor ones. They were careful. They know who they want. So Hausa man, when he come from nowhere, he just know your wife, know your children. Nobody for the community take part. That is difficult for me to take. What I'm trying to say is that even this crime we are reporting among ourselves, let us find out who is really behind the crime.
That's the insider's connection.
Thank you, my brother. Like I said now, I am talking from fact. I'm using my story, my own village as case study. Maybe when you look at your village, you begin to question some of the crime there. How can an Hausa man, a Fulani man who have not known anybody in Ogara, be able to walk in and walk into the house of the commissioners and that is the wife he wants? They were able to identify the ones who make we put one or two together. Who be Momo? Can we go on a quick break? When we come back, we'll deal with this matter more because the place is getting hot. Just one quick break. We go on a quick break, and when we come back, we want to look at this matter seriously. And I like when we differ so that it helps we only bring in some facts into the story. Like you said, who is a kidnapper? Okay, a hunter. Do you have the access to gun? The question is, even you full animal, when do you they carry gun they go do for another man's land? You are too brave. The Amatoku just kidnapped
for wildlife conservation. Conservation. I have seen parks. I have seen parks in UK, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Parks in UK where you see squirrels, and pigeons moving about, and but you can't do that here. All the squirrels at my backyard, these Hausa people have used dogs and sticks, and they have chased them out. And is there no wildlife conservation?
I understand.
They leave that side and come to this side and deplete our flora and fauna and deplete all our forest resources. I think it's something worrisome, really.
It is. Essentially, I saw one when they allowed their cow to come and destroy all our farm crops and all that.
There are videos where they use the cassava matured that our people expect to harvest in a very short time. They use it to feed their cow.
Yes.
There are available videos like that. They use it to feed their cow, and they are carrying AK-47 and all that. So it's something that is a worrisome development.
It is. And now some local people now take advantage of that. The Hausa men are in the forest. They are carrying AK-20 something. Our local boys are now kidnapping in their name too. There is a collaboration. The crime here, not the only outside police. Yeah. They are doing their own. Yeah. Our people are participating in it.
Yes.
And if we begin to address the issue well, looking at how we come in and how they come in, then we begin to treat the issue for what it is. Now, when we get them on the street, and what is so funny is, as we speak now, my brother, if you want to look for a reliable security person, now the outside man you go to look for. That's what we have come to see in Nigeria. The last time I said this, you give me a security, go and bring the outside man. I said, but now the same outside person, I said, you understand? I remember we'll go on a quick break. Outside man, a Nigerian man. Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll look at that issue more carefully. Don't go away, stay with us.
Nigeria Week London 2025. It's time to celebrate the pulse of Africa's most exciting nation. Nigeria Week London 2025 is coming to Hippodrome Theatre from July 24th to 26, 2025, showcasing the best in Nigerian arts, music, fashion, and investment opportunities. Whether you're looking to discover the future of real estate, explore Nigeria's culinary masterpieces, or get immersed in an electric Afrobeat performance, this is the event of the year. You can also join us for a film festival, cultural dance spectacles, and the recognition awards. Don't miss out on the business opportunities and cultural experiences waiting for you. Book your tickets now before they're gone on eventbrite.co.uk. Call or text +447 438 893 190 or 080 330 46768 or +447 459 071 747. Visit our website superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week London 2025. Nigeria Week London 2025, celebrating the best of Nigeria, is partnered with Civil Society, scaling up nutrition in Nigeria.
But I'm not going to come this event, Nigeria Week 2025. We're going to prepare. It's going to happen in July. We'll play the advert. Everybody should be aware, and the noise will be going out. We'll be doing a special show on that. But let's look at the other paper. Maybe I think you should look at Vanguard. Vanguard will see the other side of the story a little bit more, and I know maybe Vanguard will throw some light on some other story as well. We need to look at our papers today. It's very important.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, the big story of the Vanguard. We have a Uromi killings, the untold story. Villagers identify some of them as kidnappers before the lynching. And this story on page 9 of the Vanguard. And the writer says survivors insist they are hunters. Vigilantes wonder why they were hiding if they were hunters. Uromi terrorists by herdsmen kidnappers before lynching. Okay, Uromi terrorized by herdsmen kidnappers before lynching. Kidnappers fed a newborn baby to their dogs in the presence of the kidnapped mother. And okay, all the story on page 9. So we have killings in Benue Plateau deserve attention too. Okay, moving forward, we have why Natasha is here. Supporters trek 7 hours to welcome her on page 19 and 18 of the Vanguard. Supreme Court sacks Aguri as Labour Party National Chairman on page 6. Federal government reopens Independence Bridge. Work begins in 3 weeks on page 4. How Trump's new tariff may pay Nigeria, coming from experts on page 27.
It's nice to hear that story more. The Trump story on us. It's very good to see that story. Maybe after some time we want to hear who be these two beautiful women here. You know the thing that made me say look who be beautiful. I want to see these two colorful pinky ladies. Who are they?
They are twin, Wani and Andy. We have Nollywood in Rivers, Florence and the missing husband on page 15. Okay, these are all the stories. Oyo are laughing for coronation today on page 5. These are all the stories we have on the Vanguard newspaper this morning.
This Uromi killing is scary because you cannot. The Uromi people they are saying that hey, we got a lot of people terrorizing us in the farm. They've kidnapped us. They've done so much damage to us. They look like you. Now you are passing our road with a weapon. What are you doing with this weapon? You cannot explain. We think you're guilty. We'll lynch you. Fair enough. It's a disaster, but they have a case.
Oh, that's killings. They've been killing their farmers, right?
Exactly. What are they doing with weapon anyway? What are they?
But why are they not paying? Why have they not been paying attention to it? Is it the killing in Plateau? Is it the killing in Benue? Why are we so calm about it? and we are, and I know that yeah, jungle justice is wrong, but still at the same time, the
Yes.
killing that been going on in Plateau State, in Benue State, even in some Edo State, where farmers are scared of going to the farm, should be paid to it as well, so
I
that
agree.
people get justice,
in
because you
as
cannot
much
be in a
in as
society
much
where you cannot
as
have.
in as much as nobody will want to support jungle justice, the question somebody will want to ask will center around what were the options available for the Uromi people.
Yes.
Is it to arrest these people and hand them over to the police? The
Police
police
is useless.
structured police system in Nigeria is such that if you bring if you bring such people to them under 30 minutes,
They are freed.
under 30 minutes they are freed. They tell you they don't have any provision, because it will
But
mean
that's the
that the
truth.
commissioner of police will be transferred. The DPO will be banished. So it appears as if certain persons from some sections of this country
Untouchable.
are just untouchable. They are above the law. And so it is very, very expedient, for us to just, Uromi people, you were barbaric in this time and age. Why jungle justice? But when you go into it, you find out that they may have had experiences in the past that they reported the misdemeanor of these people to
And
the
nothing came
police
out of it.
system, and nothing will come out of it, because the police
There's never been a time you report a case to police that they take
Right.
action. Let's be
is
realistic.
designed to protect these people.
Certain people.
In Asaba here, all the Hausa community on every Friday worship in the mosque that is located right inside the police headquarters. And there is this networking among them, that what affects one affects all. They network in their places of worship. They network. The place of worship where all of them go to is the police headquarters by Opanam Road here in Asaba. You understand? And so you pick any of them and take to the police station. He will just be patient with you, because 1, 2, 3 phone calls, he is off the hook. So it's as if the law is designed for only persons from certain parts of it. That may have been the frustration of the Uromi people in Edo State. And so they decided that this time around, if you have killed our people, if you have destroyed our farm, and we catch you now and you are hiding, can we just watch you? And so they unleashed their terror on them, which they may have felt that one good turn was another.
I wish he was working like this when they were killing his own people. I wish he was taking same action when they were killing his own people in their farmlands.
Well, maybe
It's constitutionally seen as the
let me see
officer. So he needs to live up to that role as the chief security officer. He needs to live up to that role. And don't forget that the political sensibility of whatever happens to, we are located in a Delta now, Asaba. There was a time the Delta state government had a plan of redevelopment of cable. I am pointing towards the direction of cable. And it's just by the river bank there where Asaba is said to have started up. Do you know that Daily Trust newspaper had to make it a front cover? They had to make it a front cover. And the Sultan was speaking concerning it. The emirs were speaking concerning what was intended to be a redevelopment. But why? Because it affects a number of the residents there are said to that their forefathers came from the north, or some of them. So they have this network. The caliphate network is such that they rise in unison. How many people have we lost in the south to the kidnappers, to the Fulani herdsmen? How many farms have been destroyed? How many families have been thrown into hunger and all that? But that is nothing compared to the fact now that I don't believe any life is supposed to be lost under any kind of circumstance. But now, the Kano 16 has become a headline all over the world. And you see governors, and you see, because of the political sensitivity of the life of one person from the north, But how many of our people, I mean people from the South, are, as we speak, held under captivity? And how much has this nation spent on ransom? And it has become a big industry, very huge industry. So much so that it's even attracting some of our people here to beef up that industry. And look at the implication, negative image is creating for the entire nation. Then how can we get out of the quagmire? It's an issue. But the political sensitivity of one life of a Kano person lost and the implication of that, we can't run away from it. Little wonder the Edo State governor is running from pillar to post.
All right. Let me put it this way. Let's address two important issues you raised. You are claiming that the police will receive one phone call and they will not do their job. Let me tell you, Asaba, I'm talking to Asaba now. No, Asaba. I was telling doctor that, hey, can't you get these people arrested? He said, arrest people in Nigeria. Before you turn back, police don't police don't say them. Nothing to do with outside people. You understand? This got nothing to do with outside people. You arrest them, you leave them with the police, you give the police an opportunity to make money for themselves.
It is more delicate. It is more delicate when it involves people from certain parts.
Yes, okay, yes. Maybe it gets more delicate, but it is already the DNA of the police that, hey, anytime you get somebody arrested, it's for them to make money. Unfortunately.
But bail is free. Bail is free. Bail is free. Bail is free.
And the police is your friend. Let me tell you another thing.
Is free.
Yeah, okay. So let's look at the issue of the kidnapping. We're talking about the killing in the South. Hey, I don't think we've suffered like the people in the North. Mary, you were giving us story that Kaduna, if you have a house in Kaduna, you can even sell it for free. People run away from Kaduna. Are they not Muslims? Kidnapping Muslims? Do they love themselves? We had the story that went around the world. Bring back our girls. Were they not Northerners? They were not. They didn't go there to a Christian school. These were Muslim girls. They went to pick. The sensitivity of this matter is, I don't want to base it on, even if it is real, there's element of who you are, maybe your religion is affecting it, your tribe is affecting it. Crime is crime, my brother. They're doing it not only in the South. We're even free in the South. Have you seen what happened in Jos? Just the Hausa people. What they do to themselves in Jos. Let somebody see. In fact, we need to get reporters from the North, so they can give us some of the things happening there. We living in a country where rule of law is alien to young people, and it is the cost of the political elites. Rule of law is alien. If a boy knows that Hausa pikin knows say carrying this weapon put you in prison, he would do it. I will not try it in the UK because I will be in prison. No amount of grammar will set me free. It is the law that must be the law, irrespective of who you are. But a society where rule of law does not exist, people play it the way they want. Goodluck Jonathan just did their own. Goodluck Jonathan wife, not be Hausa. That's where we started this story today. She's even the South and the people in the prison are South. They are South people. Maybe there'll be job people like her. Come on, man. Let us preach, which is I'm going to start next week. The rule of law. I said, even Monday will be policing. The importance of police in a society. All we are going through in Nigeria is because we lack one thing. We don't have police. If we have police, our story will be different today. If God wants to save Nigeria, He just give us police. For instance, I keep saying, who are you to have the British police guiding you? When Yahoo boys now, so their men they guide them. Have you seen Yahoo boys they spray money, three so their men and two policemen they follow? We don't say the boy na Yahoo. Let us face our true problem. If we don't address that, the kidnapping is not only in the south, oh, and the people kidnapping us in the south, they are not only Hausa people. Maybe you got some story in the Central Federal Capital Territory. The kidnappers there, they not be only Hausa, now miss. We see, rule of law must prevail in Nigeria. Goodluck Jonathan wife just abused the rule of law. And so is every sector. Nigerian police don't even understand the rule of law. They don't understand it. It's alien to them. For anybody to be able to carry a weapon and do what they're doing is the police. It's not. Okay, police say somebody just call her. Let me give you one story that happened here. I'm in England and I'm talking now from facts. Our former prime minister, Cameroon, they were about to enter a vehicle. Their daughter, they didn't know that the daughter did not enter the other vehicle that was following them. He and the wife entered the vehicle, they drove off. The daughter was taken to the nearest police station. The daughter of the prime minister, the constable, demanded that the prime minister must come and the wife must come. They went there and he warned them that if this happened again, this child will be taken away from them. I'm talking of Cameroon. This not last 25 years. That is who a police officer is. What do you say about Nigerian police? If we don't restore that sector, nothing. I can tell you, nothing. The reason I obey the law in England is not because I want to. Because if I don't, I will face the fire will be burning in my ass. Nobody tells you to obey the law, man. Nobody tells you. It's much cheaper for me. It's more peaceful. I want to sleep well. So I stay away from trouble. Because there's somebody watching you and me. The CCTV is doing their own. When they come, they look at the CCTV and they look at you. You will go in for it, brother. And the evidence will be clear. You will not be oppressed. You see,
because the institutional framework is there. You know,
it is, but it's not functional. We should be asking ourselves, why are the police where they are? You know, police, the ordinary policeman is a victim too. He thinks he's making money by collecting this money, but he doesn't have a home. Have you seen where they keep them? Some of them cannot even afford to live in Abuja. Because how much are they paid to be able to live in Abuja? How much do you rent a room in Abuja, Mary? How much is the salary of a policeman that is going to afford to stay in that one that studio? How? So we are all victims of a system that we all need to sit down. No, Tinubu is not doing it. In fact, they said state of emergency. When I always talk of Tinubu, now go to teacher the joke. The man was able to declare state of emergency in Rivers State where there is peace. But these are the anarchy in the land. These are the trouble we're facing every day. Our lives is being threatened. That is a state of emergency, Mr. President. Not Rivers State. A democratically elected government. You remove it, the governor. You remove him, and he's telling us, oh, no responsible government, but responsible government can see all this is happening now. Look at it. We can't go to bed sleeping. Yahoo boys now them in the order of the day. Of course, you can't even blame the Yahoo boys. They are surviving from what example you gave to them. How can you blame a Yahoo boy? A Yahoo boy that will get up tomorrow when you become politician today, you will build a house, buy a better car. Other than that, you are nothing. So when the children find their way, they will always find their way. Society has proven to us that in the midst of difficulties, people will devise a means. Whether they will tell you go to hell with your law. You must create a room for law to be obeyed. That's why in the UK, with my driver's license, I use them as an example. You see my driver's license, this is what they do. If you begin to drive well and you obey the law, you know what they do? Your insurance will go down. Come see how much I pay for insurance because I'm a very bad driver. As you keep breaking the light, the record is keeping for you. They will punish you with how much you pay monthly for your insurance. You see, nobody is now forcing you. You will now know that if I obey the law, there's a gain on it. And there's a penalty on it. Sometimes it's your wallet. Go and beat one traffic light now. The ticket is coming. Nobody is going to ask me. Now, what thing go drive you come up from this country if you not pay that fine? So sometimes we just need to understand the importance of enforcing the law, and we can't do it without the police. So let's reform our police if we want to get away with it. If not, this extrajudicial killing will continue to be justified. I can see the pain. I can see the trouble we're going through. It is not right. It's not the fault of the herdsmen. It's not the fault of Oromo people. It's the fault. It's not even the fault of the police. It's the fault of a system that is begging for a state of emergency. Mukuna help me take Yoruba ask Mr. President. Does not know what a state of emergency. Maybe one more story and we can close so that we can rest with this weekend. I know you want to go out. Thank God you don't go to nightclub. You don't go church.
See the Tribune.
Let's see the Tribune. Eh? All right.
Okay, the big story on the Nigerian Tribune. We have unity.
If I say the Tribune na Western paper, because all the stories, they only get where they come from.
Yeah,
When I read anything, if I say na Western people get this Tribune, let's go, Sha.
Not the region. Points are not the
unity, prosperity of Yoruba land, top of my priorities, coming from Oba Owadi, New Alafin. He picked honey 3 times during rites. Prof. Wande Abimbola, coming from page 3 of the Punch newspaper, and also page 239. Plateau attacks. Government confirms arrest of suspect as death toll hits on page 52. NNPCL, Ojulare takes over from Kiari on page 5. Abure, Nenadi Usman holds tight to Labour Party leadership after Supreme Court judgment on page 4. Makinde, Oyo PDP, others mourn as Adeojo is buried in Ibadan on page 5. Still on the Nigerian Tribune, will make kidnappers pay for their crimes. This coming from NSA Rabiu. Okay, Ribadu on page 6. And these are all the stories we have this morning on the Tribune.
What did Ribado they do since? And it will be good news on Ribado. If kidnappers can pay for their crime, it would be a good one. You're a police officer. We're in the anti-crime financial area. But we need to treat some of the barbaric crimes in Nigeria. That would bring a lot of sanity. In fact, this matter is very close to my heart, this policing. Because without proper policing, you can't even sleep well. And like I said yesterday, if community will come together, they can combat this crime. Police or no police. Maybe we should be thinking local now. Every community should be charged with responsibility to protect our lives. Since the government cannot, since the government of the day is not doing it, let communities. In fact, sometimes I ask myself, all the millions of kings we have, we don't want to do this one now, unity, prosperity in Yoruba land. What are they doing? I'm not saying they have the weapon, but can they organize their people and defeat crime? Are you saying somebody with one AK-24 will just come and kill all of us? It's impossible, man. It's impossible. If the king did not give fertile land for these people to operate, no, there will be less crime in our land, in our community. Maybe we put our kings down, ask them questions. You were made a king. What is been your role? Now to collect money from governor, because they'll be the same, governor bring money, they share for them. In Jesus' name. I don't talk fast like this, natural. Because I don't offend too many people for this my life. I won't say more.
But the thing is,
If you ask me,
this plateau killing has been ongoing for quite a long number of time. Like, it's something that has been happening. So I don't know how they think people should be used to this kind of thing. You see Plateau, you see Benue states. I don't know, that two states, they are really suffering. So
they are
this one
not
that
even, they are not to just tell the people in Asaba. Asaba, they may not be aware of this. These are close to north. In fact, Benue you can take out. Plateau is a core Hausa area.
so if this man, this Nigerian security advisor, this Ribadu, if he's talking, I don't think this is time to talk. This is time to take action. People cannot
Are
get
you
this.
not, Mary? Are you not talking of Kaduna? Kaduna there. People are running away from
I
Kaduna.
relocate now. People want to get married. Their family is in Kaduna. They want to stay in Abuja and do it before going back. It's not funny. It's not funny at all.
I'm not. People
You
are
have
saying, can you
children
hear?
that go to school
We're talking
and they are
about
still in
Nigerian
school.
people now.
You are not even sure they are coming back because they might be kidnapped in schools. So I don't know. But this is getting
We are
out of
talking
hand.
where? Kaduna. This is not Ugara. Kaduna is in the north. Not in the south. So this is why sometimes I'm very slow when I react to most of this issue. Kaduna is in the north. Plateau State is in the north. We know they hear the story.
They're
Some of
always
these
assuring us
they know
make sure
the
they do
highest
this, they will
level
make
of
sure they
crime
do that.
is in Borno State.
We are not seeing
Boko Haram
anything
are there.
they are doing. It's not funny at all. They are
Boko
just there
Haram are operating in the north. This
collecting
is
their
their
money.
house.
They're not working. That's just the truth.
So when we talk of this crime, Uromi, I cry. I understand you guys. But hey, put it in perspective. Everybody, this police matter, when they will not get, I put us where we dey. It's not Islam. It's not Christianity. The fabric, the most important organ any country I've been to that must be effective is the police. Any society, if the German police says, "Stay, shut up, you don't talk," they will do this. Have you been to Cotonou? Whistle night they blow. Pure, you will stop. In the Republic here, they won't stop you. They blow whistle. May you not stop. But Nigerian police, even when they create God, they hit you. They carry the cover for road. How did we get here? Ordinary police could stop human being. Even if I'm in court, if
People
I
are
hear,
trying to put laws to their hands because even the police that you are leaving it for, they are not doing anything. That's just it. They're not doing anything. So that's why they feel like they want to do it themselves. They need to do better. It's not by, I don't know. It's just so sad. Every time you see one killing in Plateau State, one killing in Benue State. There was a time that the people were mourning for the ones that they killed in Benue State, though. The community that they invaded and carried people, killed them. People were mourning, and they still came and carried those people that were mourning again. It was that bad. They came and
it's not
kidnapped people that were
funny.
mourning.
They come to
So
carry the
that
mourners.
yes, it was that bad. So I don't know.
And then we have there's no state of emergency.
Since how many
No
years?
state of emergency.
If this man is talking now, that's a reminder of a man. Since how many years that this killing has been happening?
He was not in power then now. So until we go to Aso Rock, we can't do anything.
Anybody that has been in power, they should do something. That's just it.
Until we get to Aso Rock, everybody must wait till they get to Aso Rock. For those of us who are not in Aso Rock, we can't do nothing. It's a decision we have made, and it is the wrong one. Thank you, gentlemen. It's 1 hour 45 minutes of broadcast. It's more than enough for a Saturday. I want to leave you guys.
Reflection of
Yes.
it's a reflection of a very serious issue of proliferation of illegal arms everywhere, and a number of them are also coming in from interests outside this country.
Yes.
Who will want sectarial killings to go on. While that is going on, they are involved in illegal mining of our solid minerals and cutting them away outside the country. So just the way it happened during the time of slave trade, they bring in items and cause disunity. That is also the same way it's coming. So there is the Western influence, there is the Western dimension to the Nigeria security issue. But we need to come together and, just like it's been said, ensure that we reform the police to be in such a situation as to maintain law and order. Until that is done, the society may remain very chaotic, and life of, the security of life and property will continue to be questioned, and that is not a good enough setting for any society to develop. Thank you.
Thank you. In fact, you sum it up. The bedrock, the foundation of a functional democracy or of a civilized society, because the modern democratic creed is about respect for the rule of law. Let me repeat, it's not democracy. The modern democratic creed is not how to vote people into power. It's about respect for the rule of law. The new civilization, let me use the word, I don't even like to use the word democratic creed. I want to use the word civilization. Modern civilization, we see ourselves, it's about respect for the rule of law. If they ask you who is a civilized person will respect the law. That is something we need to build in our DNA. And it's not done morally. It's done with the instrument of the police. And until we write this down and begin to follow it seriously, we don't have the society yet. It's a society where if you can kidnap, fine. Akpabio can do what he wants. Goodluck Jonathan's wife can do what he wants. Put some people in this thing. It's about respect for the rule of law. It is lacking. You are all uncivilized if you do that. That's what it means. Civilized people will know that if I do this, it's going to affect the other person. It's not a moral thing now. If I do it, police will arrest me because it's not allowed. Society did not agree. I can go to church as much as I want. I can go to mosque. If church and mosque go solve the problem, that's where moral would have done it. Moral is not solving the problem. Someone when go to church today, the next day they kidnap, they steal. The same when they kidnap you, so you don't they go mosque, they go pray. Or in their church, they pray. It's not going to work. The only way it's going to work is if the police do their job. It's not a moral thing. It's a matter of the modern civilization creed. Rule of law. If we had rule of law, President Jonathan couldn't have done what he has done. The kidnapping in Uromi wouldn't have happened. Rule of law. You see, I said something again and again. American system of government is different from the British system of government. In America, they practice the presidential system. Here, we practice the parliamentary system of government. But there's something common with them, which they are not telling us. There is rule of law in these societies. Whatever system we're going to practice in Nigeria, what should be important to us should be the rule of law. Not how we vote people to power. I don't mind if my king is the ruler of Nigeria. If it is even hereditary, I don't care. The king of Jordan, nobody vote for them. But there's rule of law in the land. So it's not how you vote people to power. If all of us agree, the Oba of Benin, they're not they vote for her. On my place, if king die, we go look for another election for Garana. If one king die, we will do fight to get the next one. But in Oba of Benin, you die, your son take over. But if what is common among them is at the end of the day, a ruler will emerge that's acceptable to the people. But what is going to be important is the rule of law. It's not how you get a king. It's how the society is run. The king cannot do it. How you get people to power cannot do it. It's the fundamental, the foundation of the society, which is the rule of law, which is still alien to us. And it may be something we don't preach enough, and something we really need to hammer, like Communicator Riley said. Let us not take that for granted. And maybe when we begin to take that seriously, we'll begin to achieve our aim. Mary and all the gentlemen in Asaba, I say thank you all for joining me on this beautiful Saturday. You're all looking good anyway.
Thank you so very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah. We're proud of you guys. We're proud of you. Mary, and we said, okay, you are such a strong woman. Oh. Did they stand us here? Eh? We'll ask you one day why you tell the drum. Anyway, that's how we end the show. Thank you very much for joining. Until we do this on Sunday, let's have a beautiful weekend and have some nice rest, because on Monday again we are here fighting fighting for the country Nigeria to be great. We're doing our own part. We may not make all the difference, but we're doing our own part. Slowly, maybe one day, what we say here will make all the difference. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. Srtv Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to Srtv Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious Srtv Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 247 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856 or +447 4388 93190 or email us at realestate@superiortelevision.com. Srtv Shortlet Apartment, where comfort meets luxury.
Nigeria is bigger than the north. Nigeria is bigger than the south. Nigeria belongs to everybody. We want a leader. He's in here. He's going to come out in you.
The only thing we just rely on is election campaign, and then we bring up leaders. To the point of
he's from my village.
the legislature supposed to come up.
Christian. You understand? They go to churches, they go to mosques.
No. That's one of that's the problem we have. That's the problem we have.
But there's money in the country, just that we don't invest. We don't try to make money.
Every human being, we want more than less in the economy.
SR